let's get started. So, hello and welcome to our Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun stream. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new DLC Forges of Corruption ahead of its launch tomorrow. My name is Ellie and I'm marketing manager at Auroch Digital, and today I'm joined by Matt and Zach, who are both members of the development team that worked on Boltgun. Perhaps we can start with both of you telling us a little bit more about yourselves and your roles at Auroch Digital. Matt, why don't you start?
Hey, I'm one of the programmers from original Boltgun and now the Boltgun DLC. I describe myself as the star programmer if you ignore a couple of other programmers. But yeah, so
not watching.
hopefully not. But yeah, I've been at the company now for 3 or 4 years, and it's really great to see that this game's still getting a lot of good buzz.
Yeah, and I'm Zach. I'm the lead producer on the DLC. I did not work on the base game, so it's been super interesting getting involved in the project. It's a project that actually started before I was at Auroch Digital, so it was one of the projects I saw and thought, yeah, I'd love to work there. And now I'm actually working on the game, so it's amazing to be able to do that. I'm not as good as Matt apparently, but we'll find that out soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll be putting you up against each other in this video a little bit.
Yeah, good, because Matt, you're going to have to carry this while I'm concentrating, especially when it gets to the difficult parts.
Oh, you're doing pretty well so far.
Would you say this is doing well? I mean, I am on medium.
Yeah.
Well, this is true. This is true. This is a bonus. I am a medium though, so you know.
Before we delve in, I mean, Zach's already playing, but before we get further into DLC, maybe you can sum it up for people who aren't familiar with Boltgun.
I'll leave that to you, Zach.
I mean, for me, it's just playing it just brings me back to my childhood when I used to play Doom as a kid, and it was just really exciting for me doing all that stuff. And now it's like a modern twist on that, but with some IP that's just huge and known across the world. So I just think it's really impressive to have an IP so big and be able to do so many different things with it. And yeah, this is just such a standout thing for me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say as well, like, we made mistakes, like when we made the first game. Like, there were things we were trying out a lot of new different stuff, and I think this DLC is really great to come back to it because now we know how to build this stuff better. So I think some of the best content from Boltgun is definitely in this DLC now that we've had some time to figure out what works and what didn't work.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, one of the things that we've been doing is looking at the community and what people wanted and being able to add things like that just to, you know, benefit and go towards what people actually wanted is really nice. And I think that's the best part about being able to do DLC. It gives you that time to reflect on what's been made in the past and know how to improve it.
You're doing a great job at talking while taking on these enemies.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I think the great thing about the DLC is we've taken a lot of things that the players both loved and wanted. So there's a navigation guide now, which I think players are going to find really helpful. And also just adding even bigger and sort of bolder weapons, a lot more explosions.
Yeah, I've been playing this with accessibility mode on, so that I've been able to have every weapon and infinite ammo, and I've absolutely loved just going around destroying everything. So now I'm just getting killed. Brilliant. Nothing happened. I didn't die, and everything is swell. So, out of interest, Matt, have you ever died this early on?
This early on?
Yeah.
I guess you're technically my boss, so yeah, all the time actually.
How have I died again?
Easily.
Who's shooting me?
There's one of our new enemies there, Chaos Havoc. Missile Launcher is up on the bath on the crates there.
So basically, I need to. Oh, do you know what? I've realised I'm spawning with no health, so this is the issue here. I need to just run and find health ASAP.
Yeah, it was an interesting choice to run to the checkpoint when you had no health.
That wasn't. Oh no, that wasn't intentional.
You're good.
Okay. Do you know where there's any health? Oh wow.
Oh no. We're just going to be stuck in a loop.
Can we,
I love this. There's this sort of blind panic that's setting over Zach.
Right, I'll be a little bit... Do you know that...
Isn't health there?
Just
There you go.
need some health. 2 health
From a
is
health,
not enough.
please.
God, I'm a health. Okay,
There you go.
I am gonna have to just be slow with this then.
I think if
Because
you
everyone's gonna spawn. So which way is best? I know.
I think if you
some-
duck left, so when you come out here, if you turn like a left and go through that there, that's quite a nice little covered section.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
And then just keep sort of bobbing and weaving.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god!
Oh no.
All right. This was a really, really bad choice to walk into here, right? Whilst I had no health. Did I miss any health around here?
Yeah, you found it.
That you still do not have that much health.
Not enough. This might be a level restart. Not gonna lie.
I think you're okay. I think worst comes to worst for the stream, we turn on invulnerability and turn it back off again.
Yes, that is true. Happy to comply with that. All right, I need to find some bigger health, so I'm just gonna sprint and try and find some. All right, we're going with invulnerability.
Just to get through this next section.
Just to get through this section. It was a bad idea to go into a checkpoint with no health.
All of our fans now are gonna think that we're terrible at this game that we've made. You're really not setting a good impression
I mean,
for us, Zach.
It's
I
alright,
am
we'll just cut
terrible.
this bit.
Yeah, that's it now. So, just died once, but don't worry about it. Here we are. I'm gonna dodge all these bullets.
Yeah.
There's no way that anyone's gonna hit me right now, especially him with the rocket up there. Matt, who is this new guy at the top? Matthew.
I'm sorry.
Hello. Who is?
I
the
was
new man at the
entranced
top?
by your playstyle. That's one of our new Black Legion enemies.
What's wrong with this playstyle?
I think you might die with invulnerability on.
Wait,
Yeah, a lot.
I don't have vulnerability on. This is just me being really good.
So yeah, that was one of our new Black Legion enemies. The Chaos Havoc Space Marine. Yeah, and he's got a big rocket launcher and he shoots you. He's
he hurts a
quite
lot.
cool. Yeah, he does. As Zach can attest to.
As I've learned. While I'm sat running out of ammo. I'm gonna have no ammo left. I'm sorry, but people have completed the base game, right? Just using the chainsaw.
Yeah.
How?
Wait, people have done that? I thought people were trying to do that. I didn't realise it had
Yeah,
been
no,
done.
I'm pretty sure.
No,
people
I
have-
know people at our company that have done that now.
How?
That is impressive.
Mm.
That is impressive. All right, I'm gonna find some big health soon through this little sewer.
So how much of the game have you played before this? Have you done some practice ahead of this stream?
Well, would you believe me if I said yes? So I actually
Yeah, you're
did.
doing great. You've been shot.
Yeah, that is true. I was dodging a lot. So here's the thing. I was playing this with a laptop before, so it was really quite difficult because it's just too small for me. Whereas I'm used to my big computer, which is much bigger and lots of screens. So it's my excuse. So I've practiced this level a few times because I wanted to, make sure that I could clear it, and I've been successful every time. Only dying a few times, but apparently that's when you don't jump into a checkpoint with no health. So we learn. That's it.
This is our top tip from this video.
It really is. It really is.
What about yourself, Matt? Have you played a lot of the game?
I guess so. Yeah. Like I played through all the levels now. I played through all of the DLC stuff. Before the stream. I tried playing through this on Exterminatus, and it was much too hard for me. But yeah, I probably played one of outside of like the people who test it. I've probably played it the most out of the company.
So it's
it's
some
like
fair
a
battle
QA
then. This.
And those guys are lunatics. Play it non-stop.
Yeah, and I don't honestly. I don't know how you get so good at it because I just feel like I can avoid this quite easily. But all the gunfire earlier on was so difficult to try and hide from.
Just take a look at that. Look at that decal on the grain. That looks really pretty.
Where am I looking?
Don't worry.
Oh, oh here.
That looks really pretty. Well done, us.
It is nice. It's nice, and there it is fading away. Optimization.
Yeah. It's a word we had to learn recently.
Oh god, yeah, it is. We've done a huge optimization pass, so not only does the DLC run much better on every platform, but yeah, the base games are actually going to benefit greatly from it as well. So a lot of the stuff that we've done has been quality of life, which just means we've been able to fix a bunch of bugs, some that you may recognise, and you're like, oh, it's gone, hooray! And then, yeah, some other little smaller ones that just irritated us. Yeah. So that's nice to know to do that. I think it's time for me to
stop cheating.
To stop cheating. Yeah.
It's worth saying as well that those optimization fixes, all that stuff is in the free update we put out as well. In case people were worried that we were going to hold all the like quality of life fixes behind a paywall.
Yeah, that would not be good.
Along with the brand new Horde mode as well.
And
of course, yeah.
This beautiful new weapon, which I'm sure I will show off at its best.
Immediately fire it into your own face.
So the rocket's really good for grouping enemies together and doing big damage like that. I guess, is it the law? Is that what you put it to with Warhammer? I guess there's different types of rockets. One of them's obviously more aimed towards splatting all the little dudes like this. So that's exactly what I'm using it for.
That's a nice good. Is that your favourite weapon in the game then, or is there another weapon?
My new favourite weapon is probably the Multi-Melta. So I don't think we'll be able to show it here without adding all the weapons, but yeah, it just looks really, really impressive. The VFX of it is it's like melting everybody basically, which is great.
Yeah,
it's something for the players to look forward to when they
100%.
try it out.
Yeah, we'll keep that one a surprise.
What about yourself, Matt? What's your favourite weapon?
I think, well, the shotgun is my baby. That's the one that I put my heart and soul into. But like out of the new weapons, I think the missile launcher's got a real nice like feel to it, and a real nice kick when you fire it. But the Multi-Melta also just shreds things in front of you. It's like
Sorry, I'm just stood in a container letting them run at me and just detonating them as I walk in.
Can we get a graphic that just comes up that says hero across the screen as you cower in a hole?
All me. I'm suffering with ammo right now, actually.
I think you got this.
I don't know. This next part that's coming up is generally the part where I lose. So, well,
yeah.
Won't hold our breath yet. It's quite difficult the next bit, especially going into it with a lack of bullets. look at my ammo right now. I may have been shooting too much.
Have not been tracking your ammunition.
Nope. Although I do have this.
Yeah, you
and
got.
I've been saving this for what's next. So. No.
Oh, you are.
These guys.
You're so dead.
Yes. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna have to. Wait.
That's good.
Alright, I'm gonna have to use this now. Avoid these bullets. He says, taking loads to the face.
So how long do you think this level will take to complete?
Well, is this if you are a Matt, or is this if you are a Zach?
Let's do one of each.
Okay, for me, probably about 45 minutes, maybe. That's been generous, I think.
It's probably about 30 minutes for me, maybe. No, now I'm gonna.
Like a good chunky level for players.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. This is one of the ones where like I remember getting to this bit up ahead and being like, cool, that's the level ended, and then a door opens,
Yes.
and then there's like twice the level, and you're like, oh bloody hell.
I know,
Like,
I
that's-
thought the
this
same
level is
thing.
huge
I thought,
now.
oh, I've managed it.
Mm.
And then I realised that there's so much more to it. And I thought, oh my god, I've got past the hardest part. I was wrong.
Yes.
Right, I'm going to make sure that I collect everything possible. Plague
Oh,
Toad
and
over
just-
there.
And just for any players who are watching and hoping we're going to give away the location of the secrets, we are purposefully not going to do that, so that you can find them on your own.
Unless I accidentally run away so much that I end up backing into one without realising. Which could happen. Oh god.
You are in a bad spot here, aren't you, buddy?
Oh no, that just took everything off
Yeah.
me. I
Yeah,
just
it's
don't.
not looking good right now.
I just don't think I've got it in me to be able
Would
to.
you like
jump
some
over-
guidance?
Oh!
Would you like some guidance?
Yes.
If you run right past him through the opening, like the archway, there's like lots of health and ammo back there, I think.
Oh, good. Okay. That's good.
Yeah, so if you go down like the little ramp that he came up there.
All right. I've got quite a bit of ammo in this, so let me try and do a bit of damage. I shouldn't waste it on those little dudes, but there I am. Get him out of the sky. That's nice.
I think the Nurgling's like one of the toughest enemies in the game because there's just a million of them everywhere.
Oh!
It's all taking like little jabs at you.
That's my genuine reaction when I see that, by the way. That is me just panicking, thinking I'm not going to be able to jump it. Oh, there's so many!
I feel like they're good at sneaking up on you as well.
They really are. Just toads everywhere. Whoa!
Yep.
Oh, no. Okay, I need to start putting some blitz into it now. It's big damage. Big damage.
Sword.
Oh my god.
Oh, just
Oh,
walked into a secret.
well, there you go. That's me running away.
Exactly as it was foretold.
Right, I do need to find that health. I know that there was some in here. That's it. There you go.
Look at that. Second perfect reflexes. Beautiful thing to watch.
It's amazing. I dread to see how many toads I've got following me right now.
Not
Right.
many from the looks of it.
I might have just wiped them all. You can have some grenades now. There we go. I did pick up some more ammo. Oh, you nearly got him, you know. Ow, he's nearly got me. Alright, I'm going to finish him off with that. Oh, look at that. Style points. Do I get style points there? I
Yes, but
deserve style
unfortunately,
points.
the points you get are minus by the fact you're playing with the vulnerability on a second ago.
Nobody needs to know that, Matt.
Oh, not on the record for when I die in a second.
That is
I'm
so
not bad
true.
at the game, you're cheating.
Right, I think I'm going to leave these guys jumping around because, you know, it's nice to care about the toads as well.
Mm.
It's not because I don't want to save my ammo for the next part. That's... Oh, look at them. Just pop up everywhere.
Mm.
Right.
So I've got another question here while we're walking down this corridor while it's a little quiet.
As you say that.
As I said that, jinxed it. How did you get into the games industry?
So I got into it by, well, in university I set up my own company, an indie studio. So
Oh, wow.
I did that at the same time as everything else. So, although I'm a producer, my background is very much adept in a lot of, you know, parts of making games. So the blueprinting side in Unreal and VFX is one of the things that I really enjoyed doing a lot. In fact, some of the VFX stuff during optimization, I know I worked with the art team to kind of help guide with just iterating on some little bits. So it's really useful being a producer who kind of understands that development cycle as well, because it's, you know, it just means that you can appreciate the work that goes into it. You know exactly how long things are going to take, and it's one of the things that I say a lot of the time to producers that I work with. It's knowing how to do what the devs do is just so important, because like I say, it just gives you a better understanding of how things are made, how long it'll take, how difficult it is, what you can add or take away and the impact of it. So yeah, that's my entry to the industry was pretty cool.
It is really interesting. I love how you were at uni doing all your coursework and thought, hey, I'll just set up an indie dev studio as well.
Yeah, I've got this problem where I can't just get by and just do little. I kind of need to be doing a lot of things at once. So don't know if it's a problem, but
I think it's called a humble brag.
maybe it is. Yeah.
And what about you, Matt? How did you get into games?
Mine's way more boring. When I was young, my parents said I should do something with computers, and I thought I'd make them proud, so I went off and did a games making course. And then I was looking to go into production as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was going to be a producer at the start, and I
Wow.
thought like the best way to do that would be to learn about all the different like disciplines within making a game, so it could be easier to talk to people about it. And then when I started doing it, I was like, actually, I really like making games and not planning them. So I just sort of fell into coding.
Yeah. Nice. Did you do coding in university then?
Yeah, I did. I'm allowed to big up courses, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
University of the West of England games technology course. I did a lot of coding and like indie development stuff.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
I always feel like coding was the most difficult part because there's so much to understand and there's so many different languages to learn. That's why I like Unreal, because you can just do blueprints and it's still difficult, but it's a lot easier than C++.
Yeah, I still get it now where it's like I pick up a new language and I'm like, oh, I need to spend like a day and a half now trying to figure out what all the new what like functions are called. How does this work and work?
How do you think you're going to be when you're playing this? Do you think you're going to be able to talk?
I'm gonna struggle to not swear, I think. That's gonna be the biggest thing.
If I can manage, you can manage. No excuses.
I am genuinely nervous about not doing well now. I've picked myself up too much.
You have.
Crumbling under my own
definitely picked
weight.
yourself up. I'm going to hold you accountable for everything you do.
Oh god, you do
And
that anyway.
I can, because I said going into this I will be terrible. And
And you didn't.
Yeah, I should have downplayed myself a lot more.
yeah,
I don't think I've
exactly.
actually played Boltgun before.
It was all a lie.
You're doing a lot better than I thought you were going to be doing when we
really?
first started to do this. Yeah. You
You
got a
know
real
what?
knack for it.
Genuinely, I think it's just running into. Whoa! Let me introduce myself. I think it's getting caught in that checkpoint without realizing my health was so low was really tough. I feel like at that point, had I been playing the game and not doing this stream thing, I probably would have just started getting a bit more careful going into that. But I feel like that's a bit cheaty, so here we are. I cheated with invulnerability instead.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be a lot less interesting when it comes around to my turn. I just fully shut down. And I go.
Are you a much more cautious player rather than Zach just running into everything?
Absolutely, yeah, I think so. I definitely would spend some more time walking around trying to get some more health and ammo before I charge up into the next area.
I think it's what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say it gives you an insight to how streamers do. Do you know what I mean? 21 minutes, 97% kills.
Look at that.
I don't feel like that's bad considering that initial start.
Yeah, that's really good.
Well, your own estimate for yourself was 40 minutes, so you're
Well,
twice
that
as
is
fast as you
true.
think you
That
are.
is true.
Okay, so we're back again, and this time Matt's gonna be playing the game. He's gonna try it on Exterminatus, I think it's called, mode.
That's
Just
correct.
to show us
yeah.
how good he is.
Oh god, it immediately dies.
Yeah, let's see how far we can get without a death.
I'm going to be watching your health like a hawk. Also, I want to just point out here, the goal is to get as many kills as possible.
Yeah, so we're doing a little bit of a challenge. We're going to see who can get the most kills. It's a bit difficult though because you obviously played on medium, Zach. And now we're on the hardest difficulty.
Yep. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how different it is. Although, granted, I was on medium, but I was just charging into people. Whereas I feel like this is going to be more of a relaxed, try and sniper from a distance gameplay.
It's already feeling a lot more relaxed than your gameplay.
It is, isn't it? I'm stood up here watching this. I was ready for all-out warfare, but let's see. I also don't think Matt's going to be able to talk very much, so I'm just going to have to distract him during the fights.
I was going to say, I'm anything but relaxed right now. I'm the tensest I've ever been.
You've got this.
Some MLG stuff I'm going to put out here.
I also will point out, I think it's great how you're conserving ammo so well with a quick like tap toward every enemy, rather than just holding left click and going crazy like I was.
Also, a lot more chainsaw.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the range in the chainsaw is a bit insane. You can do some really crazy stuff with it.
It is fun though.
Because you can do stuff like, if I can do this way. Ah, not too far.
Noob.
You can cover some mad ground.
Yeah, I've done it a bit before, and it's really enjoyable to do. It's just harder when the big dudes come out.
Yeah.
And then you just start chainsawing for like a month.
Really embarrassed I missed a million shots there.
So, going back to my list of questions, are you fans of Warhammer outside of what you've done in Boltgun?
I used to play it quite a lot when I was younger, and I got to a stage of life where I needed money, so I had to sell it all, and it's so sad. But yeah, I had all sorts of stuff. I did have some Chaos Space Marines, and then I had some Tau as well, which was cool. So yeah, not as much as I guess I grew up with a bunch of friends, and I had a shopping centre near my house where we used to go, and they'd have a Games Workshop in there, and you'd just go and play the board games and stuff. But I'm a younger sibling, so I used to always watch my brother playing games, and I always enjoyed watching people play, so it's something I did quite a lot, watching people actually play the board games. What about you, Matt?
I actually didn't really know a lot about Warhammer before starting at this company. I know I think one of my cousins used to play it, paint Blood Angels, and I know some of my friends were quite into it, but it was never really appealed to me. And then when I started on Boltgun, the base Boltgun, we had a week where they gave us a bunch of retro shooters and a bunch of Warhammer like manuals and like lore books and like videos to watch, and basically said, "Here, look, just go immerse yourself." And after that, I was like, "Oh no, this is really good. I really enjoy this."
Yeah.
And I think ever since then, I've been a lot bigger into it. I started painting some tech priests a while back. So I guess that's the closest thing to like an army I've had. I don't know, like we meet up sometimes in the office and stuff like that and play Kill Team. I'm trying really hard to do. This is really hard, you're right.
It is really tough, isn't it?
Yeah, I will say we have a big Warhammer sort of culture at Auroch. It's not just that we're working on the games, the team is really passionate about Warhammer. We all get together, we paint them, all our little minis. It's really great.
Yeah, it was
always
like
this
cool
game
to see
itself
that.
is like the passion project of like a couple of developers who are massively into retro shooters and Warhammer. And like, please let us make this. We do such a good job.
And you know what? I think it really goes to show that people really, really enjoy it. When this was announced during Skulls Week, the devs were just sat watching. We were all in Discord talking and watching the feedback on everything that were going on, and it was so nice to see all of the positive feedback and the excitement for it, and just being able to be tongue-in-cheek with it is something that I feel like it's very difficult to do, because you generally have to stick to a certain aesthetic or the way of working with it, but we've had a lot of freedom to be able to just have fun with it, which I think has really, really elevated how much enjoyment we've had making it as well. That one like you got hit in real life.
I've got
You
those
felt that
electrode
one.
setups at home where like it shocks me when I get hit. It's gonna come back now.
Sort of Ready Player One style.
Yeah. I'm in a full like bathysphere. I'm floating in a tank of water. Immersing myself in this world.
You're gonna be
God,
back
I'm
at start at level soon.
Running out from the back belting.
Should we edit in some music? Chosen champion.
He did a lot of damage to me then.
He's coming for you.
He's so fast.
He's fast.
I think I got him.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. Yeah. Reload.
Got him.
We should just get like I said, hero graphic. Exactly, it's hiding a hole and me running away.
Do you know what? It's if you want to play more reserved, then yeah, this is going fantastic. If you want to be a little bit more chaotic, then you know, just saying it could be a bit more chaotic.
Jesus.
But
But-
we're just showing two polar opposite play styles today.
I feel like it's important to do that though, to be fair, because it shows how versatile all of these levels are. You've got speedrunners who just rush to get to the end so you can do it the quickest, and there's so many routes to do it. And speedrun is something I used to love doing on a lot of games. I still do sometimes, but this one instantly felt like when I played it for the first time, I was like, I just want to speedrun this. I want to run through it all. But then you also want to go back and complete it. You want to kill everybody. You want to get the highest, percentage of kills and completion and find the secret. So I feel like there's so many little mini games within the actual levels that you kind of want to keep going back for more. And there's like when I died at this point before. Genuinely, if we weren't recording that, it's a point where I'd have said to myself, that's not good enough, I'm going to restart the game and go from the start. So it's one of them where you feel like, oh, I can do better, I'll rerun that, and you don't feel bad for restarting and like losing any progress, because it's just so fun with the build up of it all.
Are you a bit of a completionist of other games, or is it just Boltgun that brings that out in you?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't play a lot of single player games generally anyway, but when I have done it, it's, games like Fallout in the past and stuff like that. I mean, even things like Saints Row and GTA, like all of that, I used to love getting 100% on it, so it's definitely something I enjoy doing. I'm a big fan of MMOs actually, so I guess I grew up a lot on Guild Wars, and Guild Wars is another game where I would spend my entire life trying to get 100% completion on it, so... You're doing better than me here, Matt, for sure. You do look like you're in a bit of a bad spot.
I'm all good. I'm all good. I'm all good. I want to be in the corner.
Don't die.
The rat is most dangerous when cornered.
You know he's panicking when you see him running into walls.
Oh god. I'm all good.
41.
We're just running around looking for health right now.
No, I'm not. I'm all good. Totally relaxed.
Everything's fine. There is no problems.
Oh my Christ. Oh god.
There he is. Breathe, okay?
It's
Just take a breath.
A good health pack is sometimes like a refreshing drink on a long hike.
That Chaos Terminator is going to just be charging at you.
Okay, I need to go deal with that guy now.
So this is one of our new enemies, you mentioned that earlier, but what's your favourite enemy, both in the base game and the DLC?
Zach, do you want to go first?
I think you should go first. I think you're in a really good position to go first right now.
I'm trying to hide in this corner real quick. I really liked the Nurglings and the Plague Toads was something that I spent a long time trying to get finesse sort of just right. So they're always going to hold like a real special place in my heart. I think the Nurglings a little bit more just because they're a bit more stupid, and I quite like them being stupid. There was a period where we were like, oh, the Nurglings will do stuff like they don't check where they're gonna jump to, so sometimes they'll just jump off of like bridges to their death. And there was a conversation like, let's just leave that in because it's really dumb, and it just looks really funny. So like they're in the base game, they're probably my favorite, and in like the in the DLC, ooh, I'm trying to remember what we actually added to the DLC now. Really hard to think of under pressure. I quite like the.
Go on, you've got it.
I got it. The Terminator lightning claws are really cool. They've got the sort of same teleport effect that the Terminators do, but they're like all melee based, so they'll teleport up behind you or to the side of you and just catch you off guard. And it's a bit like it's like a Friday the 13th kind of moment where you just turn around, there's this huge lumbering Hulk next to you who's taking a swing. So that's pretty fun. Okay. Oh god, jeez.
Yeah,
I think for a second.
I'd have to agree. The Nurglings are just super fun because they're so small. There's so many of them. You feel really powerful when you're just shooting away at them and just watching them pop. The Toads are great though, especially in Horde mode, which again is part of our free update. So that's not part of the DLC. It's a free update, Horde mode. It's just cool to be kind of, you know, trapped in a room with loads of them. All you can see is this green toxic spit just flying everywhere, and you're just running around trying to survive, and it just feels really cool to be in that environment. I guess one of my new favorite enemies is, I guess the Terminator Lightning Claws guy is hilarious because he's just charging at you, and when you're trying to reload and you're panicking, it's always so scary. But I also like the missile guy that is stood right here, the Dead Dude. He's really fun just for the sense of there is so much chaos going on around you. Not only are you being chased by loads of stuff, but he's always somewhere away from you where you have to look for him, and he's just raining down rockets on you. So there's just VFX everywhere, and as somebody who loves VFX, that's a good point for me.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cool work that went into them as well. So like you can shoot his rockets out of the air. So like you can, if you're like paying attention, you can catch them off guard and like blow them up with their own rockets. I think that's really sweet. I mean, there's some other stuff as well where like if you do enough damage to them, they explode when they die, or they explode when they open like that, which is just like when you get it, it's just sick as hell.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
It's cool little things that it's just nice to add during development, where you know for a fact people will accidentally do that and they'll shoot at the missile midair and it'll blow up and they're like, whoa, what just happened?
I finally feel like I can breathe, so I thought I'd try and test out the
nav system. Nice.
I thought I'd show the lovely viewers something neat that we've done.
Yeah.
Chucking a little taunt there as well.
What a hard man you are. Taunting the Nurglings.
Sometimes you need to pick on the weak.
I mean, it's almost bullying at this point.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Get ready for this next bit.
I guess while it gets difficult, you can explain what this nav guide's all about.
I just wiped them, so I've actually got some time. Yeah, like one of the biggest criticisms from the first game was that like some of the levels were quite difficult to navigate. We had this like maze-like structure that we were quite a fan of, but obviously that can get quite difficult to find your way around. Gotta be very, very political while I talk, and also trying not to die. Yeah, so like this was like one of the in the free update was one of the big things we really wanted to focus on. I was like, okay, let's make this a bit better. That is one of the biggest problems fans have with it. Let's try and fix that. So we've got this new nav guide now. It has two settings. One's like a toggle, and the other one it will just fade out. But yeah, it just will point you towards wherever your next objective is. So for instance, there's a jump I need to do here. Then I land on the other side. There's a key up here I need to get, and it will like help you. It will guide you there. And like I said, I can turn it onto it's on a toggle at the moment, but you can put it onto it just disappears after time, so like it's not necessarily hand holding you through the whole level. It can just be a nice little guidance to where you need to go. I genuinely craned my neck in the real world to see around that corner then, because I'm so...
You're so on edge.
Yeah.
It's a good point though. Navigation system's something where we didn't want the player to feel like we were holding the hand constantly. We still wanted to keep that whole system that was done in the base game where you could still get lost. It still felt like a maze, but it was a challenging maze. So we wanted people to explore, we wanted everyone to see the amount of work that's gone into the environment, the world, the enemies, obviously, everything that's going on. So the way that we've done this navigation system means the players can still get lost, which is a good thing in our opinion, because there's so many different ways to get through levels. But it just means that if you get lost and frustrated, then that's what we didn't want. So it just means you've got that navigation tool. You can turn it on, keep it on if you want to follow a set track, or like Matt says, it's just toggle it on and off. So if you feel lost, it gives you an idea of where to go, and then that's it. On to the next zone.
Yeah, it's a very... Let's see if I do something cool. It's a very hard line to...
Nice.
Ah!
Oh!
It's a very hard line to walk, because obviously, like, we like that level of exploration of, like, you kind of want to, like Zach said, you want to get lost in these levels and you want to look around and you want to explore. Maybe you'll find something cool in the way, maybe you'll find like some secrets or some early weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it can be, I've definitely had some of the base game levels where like, I am just frustrated now.
Yeah.
I think I had a text from one of our higher ups once, just as the game release, being like, "I love this game. It's brilliant. Can you go into the editor and just tell me where the key for C1M2 is?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it can sometimes feel like when you're stuck in a level and you feel like you've checked everywhere and you can't work out where to go, having that little hint where you can just press it and say, okay, I need to go that direction. Even if it doesn't tell you exactly where you need to go, knowing that, okay, it's on that side of the chamber, even that can be a really big help.
Yeah.
And it's just massively towards the accessibility side. Like, you'll see all the accessibility options that we've got, being able to add infinite ammo for people like me who run out of ammo because you use it all. Invulnerability, so if you just want to, again, do what I did, charge at every enemy and go crazy, you can. So we just thought it's important to be able to give people what they wanted. It's feedback that we've seen, and yeah, like I say, Oric's all about accessibility, so anything we can do to keep the game fun whilst allowing it to be used by as many people as possible is really important for us. So it's one of our top priorities with the quality of life updates we've done. It will be on the base game as well, worth noting. It's not just in the DLC level, it's in the base game. So for anybody who owns a base game and wants to rerun that on a harder difficulty maybe, and you know, if you just forget where you're at or like that, then now you've got navigation system to get through it. And equally, if you don't yet have the game, there's a bundle that's releasing, so you'll be able to get the base game and the DLC together, which is really nice.
I love bundles like that. They're a nice addition.
I think it's so easy for games to not get a lot of visibility, or they just get visibility in, you know, certain areas of the industry. So doing stuff like this just allows you to start putting out more content, and people will see it like, oh, what's this? Oh, this is DLC. And then now there's an option for both the base game and the DLC, so it gets more people involved, which is always fun.
So we're playing level 1 of the DLC now.
Yes.
But which one's your favourite level out of the DLC?
I probably enjoy this one more than any because I've played it the most, to be fair. I'm a big fan of hard mode, if that counts.
Yeah, I'd say that counts.
But I think the intro level for me is close to my heart because it's the one that I've had to practice the most, and you know, you get to witness one of the new weapons, but it doesn't give you all of them, and then unless you add all the weapons, of course, which is changes the whole dynamic of the game, which is brilliant. But yeah, hard mode is probably one of my favourites in that case.
What about you, Matt?
Sorry, this is when I played this yesterday on Exterminatus. This is as far as I got, so I've gone from being conservative to being ultra conservative in my play. There's a lot of in the DLC levels. There's a lot of like moments to stick out in your head of like that's a really cool bit with X kind of thing. So I don't like when I played them all when we finished our last build for it. I just sat down and played them all back to back. So now they all sort of blend together of like this really cool montage of fun scenes. I think it's the next level that has it like starts in like a prison and then you go through to like a Titan factory, and I think that's got some really cool moments in it, especially like has like really cool striking scenery, a lot of stuff that you can like interact with that's really fun, as well as some like interesting new sort of gameplay variety. We dabble with a little bit of like almost platforming at times, which is quite fun to see. So I think that stuff is the one that I think that's the next level, the level afterwards. I think that one's the one that's probably my favorite in the DLC levels.
I don't want to give too much away either, but there's a lot of variety. There's a lot of different colours that have been used, and a lot of vistas and stuff like that. So, like Matt says, I think there's a lot of really nice points in each level where it's just a standout piece, which is really cool to see. For example, this level, I love this. I love this whole part because you know for a fact you're just building up to something bigger and bigger, and as you go through, more and more things spawn. You start running out of ammo, you start running out of health. It's like, oh no, what's coming up? And then all hell and bells.
I think this is a really good example as well.
Nice missiles.
In the base game, we sort of I think this is something that some of the level designers would test to. Like we sort of a level would sort of have a consistent sort of theme to it. So like, oh, this level is X, and it is like 40 minutes of X. Whereas like some of these levels, they move through different environments. So like the first start, you were doing that like cliffside walk in this, and then you come into this like almost like World War I inspired trench run, and then after this, you come into like the hologram room and stuff like that. So like these levels have a lot more variety in like scenery, moment to moment, which I think is really fun because it allows us to have like smaller, more unique moments.
Surprise!
Alright, cool. I'm gonna have to stop talking now.
Yeah, this is gonna be
real serious.
This is gonna be the big test.
Jesus, why are there so many nurglings?
They just want to cuddle.
Would you cuddle a nurgling?
Oh, duh, I want a nurgling plushie.
That would be amazing.
That would be so good. As long as it don't come to life. Start jumping on you. That were a lot of damage then with that missile.
To me or to them?
To them?
Good. I am hitting myself a lot with it by accident.
I love the chaos of all of the goo just
I'm gonna
flying.
have to push through here. Ah, jeez.
Oh, that was big damage.
Yeah, that was not my brightest move. At least we fixed the bug. There was a bug in the base game that we found during the update, which was that the Great and Clean would just spawn infinite nurglings, which has now been fixed, thankfully. But
true. If you just
really made some of these levels a lot more difficult than they should have been.
Yes, absolutely. Already feels like there's a lot going on. So with infinite nurglings. Ooh, that was spooky.
Sounds like it's basically horde mode.
Yeah. Feels like a mini hard mode to these little purges. If you enjoy this kind of combat, it gives you an idea of what hard mode's like, because it is just waves of enemies.
Oh, it's almost dead.
Got some good movement going on.
Out of ammo on that. Okay, that's fine. Didn't need it.
This weapon can do so much damage. That's why I tried to keep as much ammo as possible when I did my run.
I need to cower for a second.
You've got plenty of health.
Just looking for more ammo.
That will do. That will do me just grand. Okay. Only need 2 rockets. Okay. I
So
probably need more
cinematic.
rockets. No!
Oh, no, you were
no!
so close.
Ugh.
You'll be glad to know I'm still stood up watching this. I'm literally, do you know when you take a phone call and you just kind of walk around the room on the phone? It might just be me that, but that's what I'm doing now, watching this.
It's good to hear that you're having a real relaxed time.
I thought you were going to say it's so tense you can't sit down.
It's exactly what it is.
Maybe I should try standing up. That's what's holding me down. It's I'm
True.
sat down. in
You
a chair.
stand up, Matt. I'll sit down. How's that? Oh, it's nice to have a seat after that long.
Jeez.
It's that kind of lean forward to concentrate more.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Ellie, from marketing's perspective, have you you got any background in anything Warhammer related?
I don't actually, so I have not played any of the Warhammer games until Boltgun or even painted minis or any of that. So it's really fun from sort of my side to experience this all for the first time. I feel like I'm one of the players discovering everything and it's really fun.
What's it like for you? Because obviously you can go from seeing games at the very early stage and then suddenly everything comes together. So is it weird for you when you can see how long things take to develop and what it's like in the back end of stuff?
Yeah, for me it's really nice seeing things develop, so you could sign something very early on and it's literally a bunch of squares on a page.
Yeah.
And then you get to see the game that it becomes. I think for me one of the hardest things is seeing all these incredible games, and because I'm the one who's interacting with the community, I want to scream about all the amazing things that we've created, and I just have to be quiet and not be able
It's so
to.
difficult.
When people ask about things that are in the game and I've just got to say, oh, we can't talk about that yet, but I just want to scream, yes, it's in the game and you're going to love it.
Yeah. I think what's been really interesting too is seeing the fan base behind Warhammer and seeing how much they support the projects as well. So it's really nice to see that you're attracting a player base that maybe aren't used to the Warhammer series or, you know, any of the history of it, but you're also attracting a lot of people that love the lore. They know what they're talking about when it comes to all these little enemies and the main character and the voice lines and the taunts and all the little Easter eggs that I put in there that have like little meanings. It's so cool to see that people actually take that on board and know what's happening with it, or are intrigued enough to, you know, look into it further, which is cool.
Yeah, and there's also the people like we were talking about earlier who love the game so much they try to do ridiculous things with it, like do a whole playthrough using just a chainsaw.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just amazing to see that the community is that passionate about the game and Warhammer as a whole.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of people involved early on who were massively passionate about Warhammer anyway, and I think that stuff sort of bleeds through into the game itself. I think you can really tell, especially like with a lot of the taunts and stuff like that, that those were written by people that actually care about this community and understand it. I think we could have flooded our team with a bunch of people that were like, I just want to work on a fun-ish game, and we were like, no, let's try and seek out people here that actually know about this stuff, and they can foster a community that is more passionate about it, which is why people like me are more interested in Warhammer now, because I watch people like Sam Chester and Grant, who are the designer on Boltgun, who were massively passionate in this and were singing Warhammer's praises constantly.
It's a good time to shout out Callum as well, who's our main key QA on Boltgun. He has been incredible during this project because Callum, just like Matt's been saying there, Callum is somebody who's put so many hours into the game outside of work, purely out of having a love for the actual game, which is crazy because then he'll come to work and it's like, now it's a job, and then he'll finish work and he's like, I'm off to play Boltgun because it's what I like to do. So seeing that is just amazing, and having somebody who's that passionate about it, run, just it just means that he's too fast. He's someone who looks into, you know, what people have been raising, and then we can really prioritize how important bugs are to fix, which is cool. So it really is built off a foundation of people who genuinely care, which is so good. Because even though it's a games industry, you can often get put on games in, you know, different places I've worked. You can get put on games where it's maybe something that you're just not that interested in, and you've still got to make it because there's a huge audience out there who do love it. But it always shows when there's passion missing from a project.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that clear about Warhammer and Boltgun as well, is the team is so passionate about it. We do so much just to talk about this game and play this game because we really do love it. Okay, and we're back. Unfortunately, we had a little mishap. Matt had a little too many files on his desktop, too much Stellaris. It's a big game. So we lost the footage of this final fight, so we're gonna refilm it again. We're live right now trying it out. It actually went really well last time. I think you got 100% kills, which was amazing.
Yep, yeah, it was very impressive, and
you got the
it's all
proof
gone.
of that, Matt. Sorry, just want to see the proof of that one.
When you go to this level now, in my game, it has the little tick box that says 100%, Zach. Oh, not on the record.
Yeah, any excuse. How do I know it's not just faked?
Zach really wants that win.
Yeah.
Well, I am sad now because last time you got caught in a container with two big dudes just chilling you, which was really funny.
You make it sound like a fight outside a nightclub. Two big lads beating you up, just stomping you, mate.
Oh dear.
It was really impressive. It was just Matt in a tube. I think they're called Chaos something.
It was a Chaos Lightning Claw Terminator and an aspiring champion, and I had really cleverly tricked them into fighting each other, so then I could pick them off while they were distracted. It was probably the best moment I've ever had in this game. It's all gone. It's all lost to time, like tears and rain.
There was just bullets flying, blood everywhere.
And I am now starting this again with less health than I did last time to make it harder for me. So we're going to see if I can do this again.
We had to speed run you through everything to get you to this point as well.
Yeah. Yep. And now I've got no armor, no ammo.
The behind the scenes.
And that's game dev.
You still couldn't stop yourself from killing everybody, so I blame you for having no ammo left.
It's the it's the, I was gonna say the Terminator, the Space Marine inside of me, but it's probably just sort of like the latent psychopath inside of me. I needed the blood.
Just need to kill it all.
Or it's that need to complete everything again that we were talking about earlier.
There's a slight level of like now that like I've done it once, I've got nothing to prove. A lot more relaxed this time around, I think.
Yeah, you're playing more chaotic, which I like. Right up my street.
I also had to go ahead earlier to stick on invulnerability. This is too difficult, so that's.
So I remember one of the questions you asked Matt from the previous recording that has been scrapped. Sad. And it was around when did we kind of realise how big the community was for this game. So mine were basically around a lot of other game devs that I speak to who would just talk about it in passing, and it's like, oh, I work there, I've worked on this and I've done this and blah blah blah, and it's knowing that people have seen it and you haven't had to talk about it or show people for them to know it exists is really cool. But then also there's like, I believe it's got about nearly 800,000 views on YouTube that somebody's got a song going on about it where Boltgun's playing in the background, which is pretty cool as well. So yeah, it's just fun to see.
Yeah,
I really need to see this song now because you've brought it up twice, which must mean it's pretty good.
I had to bring it up again because it's been lost in the
it was a
now.
really interesting point we made, and it's all lost.
Yeah.
This song deserves recognition.
Yeah, I genuinely think we should stick that in the description, give that a little bit of a boost. I think that's amazing.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
there is like, I made some really beautiful, succinct points earlier that again lost like tears in rain. But there's it's really cool how the community sort of took to it. I remember there was like some lists that came out just after Boltgun released of like the best 40k games, and like Boltgun was like up there at like number like 5 or 6 on the list or something like that, and it was like there was only things about it were like the sort of Total War stuff and the and Space Marine, and I was like, oh.
Oh no.
So like it's really cool like how much they see, how much the community seems to really enjoy it, and how much they seem to really take away from it. And it does feel it's a bit weird that like it's a bit insane that like no one else has really sort of done this of like made this like fast-paced retro shooter with the 40k IP, because it just feels like the two things fit together so well.
Just feels right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It suits it so much. And I'm not being biased, but I feel like it's been done really well as well.
I'm being biased.
I think the pixel art works really well as well for this type of the game.
Yeah. I think the art team that we took over pretty much the same team that we had from the base game to the DLC, and I think they've really done a great job of like capturing that like I can't remember, it was one of our pillars of like we want to make a game that looks how you remember these games looking, not necessarily how they actually looked. And like I think they've done that really well of like capturing the really high detailed models and these really beautiful environments, but then still making it have that retro appeal.
Yeah, and I've said it before, but the fact that we can create this retro feel whilst having so many new bits of software that it's just done it again.
No,
Done it again.
Okay.
But yeah, being able to utilize new bits of software and stuff like that is really cool, because it's all done in a modern way, but feels and looks and plays old, which is just so strange.
Oh yeah, like
No.
yeah, I think the stuff like the Niagara effects, like the heart effects and stuff like that we're using, they just look. Oh god, why am I gonna die again? They just look really striking, and it still catches me off guard, like how amazing some of this stuff looks. Even when we were trying to speedrun a second ago to get back to this point, I was like, oh my god, that looks really good. Look at this. So,
Yeah, and I don't know how much we can actually say about it, but Mark, who's our lead artist, did I believe it was an what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Basically, did a write-up for, I believe it was. Ellie, you might know more about
Yeah, he's
that.
done an article.
Yeah, that's the word. Article.
Yeah.
We got there. Unlike Matt, who's died again. You might need invulnerability to.
I'm gonna try it one more time, and then I'm gonna throw in the towel, and this is when you see a hero fall, and I'm gonna have to use invulnerability.
But yeah, this article that Mark did, so our lead artist, he's covered quite a few really interesting things, and I know that we had a lot of comments on Discord and Reddit questioning how we actually do the art for it. So if you're interested in that stuff, it's a really good read. It's worth reading, and I know Mark put a lot of work in getting that out as well. So we'll have to put a link to that now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll
I'm
be
giving
coming out.
marketing more work.
Yeah, that'll be coming out soon, so we will be able to link it in the description of this video when it goes up.
Beautiful.
I think I hate the plasma gun cultists the most. They're just so dangerous to be around, and they're everywhere.
I like how your technique is just running in circles.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I play this game like a rat. I sort of scurry around the edges and run away from any sort of sign of danger.
Just run, jump, shoot. So what's your thoughts on hard mode, Matt? How far have you got through that?
I think I've completed it. I can't remember how many waves are in horde mode. I know there's a set number and there is an end to it.
I believe there's 13 or 12 or 13. Again, I'm not that good though, so I've only seen as far as 6 or something.
Yeah, I think there's a noticeable difficult spike when the Great Unclean One turns up. But I think I've completed it. The thing about this as well is because I've played this game so much now that I've probably done everything in it at least once, monkey at the typewriter kind of style. But if you asked me to do it again, I probably couldn't, as you're seeing right now as I scrabble around the edge of this room looking for armor.
Yeah, so horde mode has 12 levels in total. And it's so weird watching you play this. Like, the first time, I don't think you died once. And it's heartbreaking for you that we've lost that, and now you've got to do it again.
It's that momentum, innit?
Well.
It's the exact same momentum, except slightly opposite. When I died once and then just kept dying over and over and over.
Yeah, I mean, you get stuck in a rut. You sort of you start second guessing yourself.
Yeah.
It is purely because I had more armor going into the fight last time. And I just don't have that this time.
And stuff like that.
I want it on the record that I am very good at this game.
Don't worry, everyone believes you. We've, I'll admit to the fact you 100%ed it and completed it. So.
Oh, bloody. Well, there goes all my
Need some
health.
health. Need some.
Okay.
There it is.
That's a sweet little movement there. I'm all good. I'm all good. Don't get stuck in that cage again.
I was waiting for it.
I
Turn
think
around
it's
and you
just
said,
that Terminator I need to kill now. I think he's the big bad right now. Jeez. Okay, I can do this.
You've got this.
Yeah. Oh, come on!
so close.
Was not.
And
just
then
him.
there's more that spawn.
Oh no! No!
Oh, you got too cocky
can't-
thinking he was the last one.
My hubris!
Do you want me to call out your health so if you get to like below 20?
Yeah, that would be really
you can-
helpful if you just. And also just keep talking about how well I did the first time as well. That really, it really helps my confidence.
Matt, you are one of the best people I've seen play this game.
God,
Is that in general or just today?
Well, I'll be honest, I haven't watched many other people play it, so the actual, number of people in there is quite small.
Thanks, guys. Really riding this wave of confidence you're giving me.
Not to put you down, this is fantastic gameplay right now.
Okay. Gotta make sure that
Okay.
I'm not getting snuck up on at the same time. Okay, there's a Terminator coming in there.
You're on 126 health, so you're doing well.
I got this. I got this.
Easy.
Yeah, I think you've got it this time.
Oh, look at that. Look how much gore is splattered across the floors here.
Just around the entire circumference of it.
Yeah, just
Where
really
you've been
edge.
running around. Alright.
Oh, why did I
Oh my god, you're on 28. Oh no.
You dodged that? Okay.
Oh my god. 28 health.
Again. Okay, so that I can make. There's two decisions I can make here. I can sprint to the exit like a coward that I am, or I can try and pick up the last of these guys. A futile attempt to try and prove that I could have 100%ed it if my stream hadn't failed.
Where have you gone?
Decisions. Where has he
Yeah,
gone?
where are they?
Oh, this is terrifying. There he is! Okay.
The problem is, if one of them hits you, you're dead.
Thank you, Zach.
No problem at all.
Okay, there's health there, but is it? Are they gonna? Okay, wait. Did I get him? I feel like he's not dead. Is he dead? Did I do it?
It looks like it.
I
but
don't see any. There's no
I'm
more
a king!
bullets.
I've done it!
Way!
No.
Got there.
Alright, make sure my stream's recorded that. Perfect.
Good job, Matt. That was
We did it.
amazing.
That was
Hero.
great.
A phoenix from the ashes.
We'll ignore the time and the kills. That was actually ended with 36 minutes 20, I believe, last time. And you had 100% kills with 2 secrets.
Yeah.
So,
I
nice
still
work.
got 60% of the kills. That's
Yeah,
Despite
that's,
speedrunning half the
Yeah.
level.
that's pretty impressive.
Whew.
It's probably because you didn't give anyone enough time to spawn. You were just sprinting that quick.
Yeah. Don't take this away from me.
No, it was really great. Very
Yeah.
climatic at the ending. Especially when we ran round for a whole minute, not realizing that the person was dead.
Yeah. True.
Yeah,
True.
most good action movies end with a period where they sort of kick around the dead and the battlefield going, is that it? Are we all done?
Well, thank you so much, Matt and Zach, for both joining me today to show off the new DLC. And
No problem
we hope
at
you all
all.
enjoyed this first look at Warhammer 40,000 Boltgun Forges of Corruption. If you want to try it out yourself and see if you can do better than the devs, then this brand new DLC will be available to play tomorrow on PC, Xbox and PlayStation. And make sure to follow the Auroch Digital socials and join our Discord to stay up to date with all the latest Boltgun news. Thank you for watching. Bye!
See ya.
Right.